session because I thought football was off. So let me just do this emergency. Look at Debo. Let me do my emergency session real quick. Fucking Dak is not gonna ever get y'all a Super Bowl. Y'all ain't gonna never get a Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is the owner. The same way the Raiders was never gonna get a Super Bowl with Al Davis as the owner. You feel me? Like if he got a Super Bowl somewhere, somebody let me know about that shit. Al Davis was gonna get a Super Bowl 2001, then the NFL bucked us, and then we made it back and got blew out by the Bucks, which is a whole nother story. But who that is? That's Brock. Look at Brock. So everybody who got a Brock name do something like they be like play a physical sport like Brock Lesnar, Brock Bird, Brock Bowler, um, Brock Berlin. Brock Berlin was a quarterback for the Hurricanes. I'm like a human encyclopedia when it comes to sports. It was another Brock I wanted to say too. But I guess that's what I came up with. Point is, Dallas, y'all in the same situation that the Raiders fans was with the owners. Y'all, I ain't gonna. I think like when it comes to NFL owners, Al Davis was like one of the least rich. Like all of them rich, but he was one of the least. He was like the genie bus is to the NBA. That's what Al Davis was to the NFL. You feel me? And so he ain't have as much money as other owners, but he will give you a big contract. Only problem is he just gave you a big contract if you ran a fast time, fast 40. It was bad business. And then he got, I think, Art Monk in there one time. Art Monk was our coach. I think Art Monk tried to clean it up just a little bit. Got somebody up in there. Whoever the, boom. Little Dallas done got the sack. Oh, let me say something about the Raiders real quick. I gotta find out, bro, jersey number and give him a shout out. We had a dude that jump off the tape. Like, I'm talking about he jump off the tape like Jadeveon Clowney at South Carolina. But every time you look up, you could just be doing something, look up at the TV. Hold up. Okay. Hey, I'm glad. Hey, listen, Brock Purdy, he tough now because, I mean, he ain't really get hit hard. But if you got your muscles relaxed and you ready to throw the ball, mind you, it ain't like you braced up for the hit. You got your muscles relaxed, comfortable, and a nigga just can't hit you right in your scapula and shit. And he held on to that. That's a tough-ass quarterback. But point is, hey, the Niners be getting lucky with quarterbacks. They donate the rest of the leagues they quarterback. They gave Garoppolo to the league. They gave Buddy who before Garoppolo they thought was gonna be Trey whatever his name is. Hello, Hubbard. Yup. Who is that though? Feel me, and I know that name, Chuba Hubbard. I don't know what, but anyway, they 49ers be getting lucky with quarterbacks, man. They birth quarterbacks and just give them to the rest of the league, and the rest of us struggle with the same damn quarterbacks, and we be wondering why our team, like, why did Derek Carr keep a job in Oakland that long? Can somebody please tell me in the comments why Derek Carr was able to be the quarterback and got the most pick sixes? Look this up and tell me if I'm lying, if you got some free time. Derek Carr threw more touchdowns to the defense than some quarterbacks have thrown to their own offense. Look that up right now. Anybody who into stats and analytics, Derek Carr, when he played for the Oakland Raiders, threw more pick six than some quarterbacks have threw an actual touchdown to the other offense. I seen some horrible quarterbacks. Jay Fiedler was a horrible quarterback for the Miami Dolphins back in the days. I watched Jay Fiedler. It's probably going to be hard to find this on YouTube, but I remember, I'll never forget nothing. Jay Fiedler came 3 consecutive possessions and threw a pick. That's hard to do. I'm talking about ain't talking about he came out on the first down. I mean he threw a pick and then he came out the next drive and then had 3 and out. No, he came out the next drive, threw another pick. Then the next drive after that, threw another pick. I was like, what? And he still had his job. Buddy for the Jets, Peterson. This bitch threw like 6 picks in the game. It say plays for the Panthers. It's my younger brother. Oh, yo, what's up, bro? Let me see, play for the Panthers. Let me go back there in the name. Chuba Hubbard then. What position you play? Bro, Smack, what position your brother play? I know this guy who I know a bunch. I went to school with a bunch of people played in the NFL because I'm from South Florida. We put the most people in the NFL besides Baton Rouge, New Orleans area, and the state of Georgia and Texas. If you look at the whole NFL, it's 4 primary areas where everybody come from. They come from South Florida, number 1. They come from Texas, number 2. They come from New Orleans and Baton Rouge area, number 3. And they come from Georgia, number 4. Everybody else is just they come from everywhere else. But you look at those demographics, that's like 80% of the NFL. So it's easily for everybody out of the places I named to have went to school with. Like some of the people I went to school with that played in the NFL, I went to school with Pat White. Pat White, let me tell you a funny thing about Pat White. He played defensive tackle for the Bengals for many years. Pat got state championships. Pat got 4 state championships playing basketball. Niggas don't even know that. This nigga was like, mind you, this is a man that went to the NFL, was a defensive tackle for 10 years. And this nigga was nimble and agile like Glenn Davis. He played, because my brother got 2 state championships in basketball, you feel me? My brother was there for 2 of the championships, and then my brother transferred to another school. But point is, when I went to Dillard High School, they won 4 straight championships in a row from Sherwood Park, Canada, running back. I'm going to be checking them out. I'm going to be definitely checking them out. Who your favorite running back is? My favorite running back, Priest Holmes. Of all time, let me tell you what I love about Priest Holmes. Priest Holmes played like when I tried playing running back, which was, and I say tried because I hated film study, and I just went to the wrong school. My coach was just against me, and I was against my coach. You ain't gonna get no playtime like that. But point is, Priest Holmes had a style where Priest Holmes grabbed his blocker, and he set, because see, what I hate about football is when I see other players taking a play off. Like the average person watching football, hold up, they going for a deep play, Dallas right now. Oh, he done dropped the rock. But anyway, you see when, like for instance, it's a team sport. Why the hell you not blocking this man? You sitting here watching me juke these 3 niggas to get these niggas off. I'm trying to get up the field, and you looking at me. So I like how Priest Holmes is here. And tell your brother this tactic to look up Priest Holmes if you never heard. I'm pretty sure he's doing good already in the NFL. But it never helped when you do your film study. Priest Holmes, he shift you almost like where he wants you to go. If he tap you on your back right side, he wants you to go left. If he tap you right here, that way he giving you his eyes on who to pick up without actually having to communicate, talking to you. Man, it's just the most beautiful style I ever seen, you feel me? And so, you know, but I think the greatest of all time is no doubt, it's not even a clue in my mind, is your boy, the Last King. I can't think his name off. I'm just talking about the Last King. But for Baltimore, played for Tennessee. And it's a shame on Tennessee for giving Ryan Tannehill that boy money. Derrick Henry, that's his name, Derrick Henry. They gave Derrick Henry money to Ryan Tannehill. Y'all finna have me popping my sports shit tonight. Ryan Tannehill was stinking it up down there in Miami for many years. And Matt Moore was the highest paid backup quarterback at the time, you feel me? Matt Moore, if you would have had started Matt Moore would have took Miami to the playoffs, and who knows what he could have developed into. But instead, you let a $10 million man a year waste on, and this when the quarterbacks, mind you, backup quarterbacks probably now ain't getting $10 million. But this is then. He was getting $10 million a year. When he get out there, he was guaranteed to do his thing the same way Fitzpatrick bring that Fitz magic. At the spare of a dime, drop of a dime, he could just jump in the game and take over for you. Well, that's what Matt Moore was. Meanwhile, they kept Ryan Tannehill, who only had 1 year at quarterback at Texas A&M. He was a wide receiver, and they put him in. And mind you, I do this shit with no notes while I'm drinking. Like I tell you, I challenge anybody to tell me about sports, like for real though. But Ryan Tannehill stinking it down there in Miami. So you wonder, how the hell is he going to get another job? And lo and behold, Tennessee, right there, it's sort of like the Screen Actors Guild Award, Screen Actors Guild Union or something, where you're in the union, so even if you suck as an actor, you're still going to get a gig. You might not get the top gig, but you're guaranteed to get a gig. So that's because I can't see why he was in the NFL after that, at least not even given a chance to be a starter. So he goes to a team that already had the best running back in the NFL. I'm talking about it wasn't even closed in, and they ain't been close for a long time. His Derrick Henry consistency at the top as an elite back is something you will never see again. Not the dominance. You will see great running backs like the APs and the Eric Dickersons and the Barry Sanders and all the many, many great running backs that's come out of Miami and Oklahoma and all the great running backs these schools produce, etc., etc. But freaking you will never see another Derrick Henry. That's literally the Last King, and it's crazy because two people. I don't missed out on a lot of people I thought were gonna be the shit in the NFL, but I remember when Alabama had a fullback. His name was Jacquees Fowler or something like that. Something about Fowler like that. And he was a fullback. He was 245. And then I think you had Derrick Henry behind. That's just unfair. I got a running back that's 250. I got the person that's blocking him 245. He looked bigger than Derrick Henry. Maybe Derrick Henry was probably 230 in college. Because Jocelyn Fowler looked like he was bigger than him. Anyway, that's his fullback, and this nigga already gonna run you over. And then before that, you had your boy play for the Saints. I can't think of all these names offhand. Bro, who say, man, we some dogs. Mark Ingram, you feel me? You had Mark Ingram before. Hey, we all know Alabama running backs. I ain't gotta talk about them, but the point is, look, 24-30. Can they stop them or what? Well, let me see where they position at. Where they at? I'm supposed to be talking about the game. Oh, they on the 20. It's over with. Unless y'all can get them to fumble or some shit. Look, script the ball. Oh, that nigga, it's a route. And he slid on you. That was smart. That was smart. Yep. And so, boom. But yeah, man, Tannehill went out to Tennessee and took Derrick Henry money, dog. That's just what it is, and that's the facts. That's the truth. Tannehill went and took Derrick Henry money. It just broke my heart for bro. He ain't tripping about it. He was a great sport. He got his commercials now. That All-State commercial, let me just say this real quick. People just take that for granted. The man is literally flipping a big-ass fridge like it's a small tire or something. Like, nigga, you can't. Most niggas can't even pick a fridge up off the side, let alone to take a refrigerator and flip that bitch not only upright, but to flip the whole refrigerator over. Then the bitch took a whole living room set, walked it on his back. This nigga is superhuman strong. And so for him to have that consistency for so long, that the last king, and Tennessee should have saw that and gave that man the biggest contract in fucking. Cause guess what? They would have still had him all these years, even the years that they did have him when they kept franchising them and stuff like that, tagging them and stuff like that. They would have had him still, and you were showing that appreciation. Sort of like with the Raiders right now, as I'm looking at our many problems on tonight, I'm looking at like we ain't got no running back. And I'm like, we let our great running back, our great young running back, who could have been a great asset, and we could have gave him more years on his running career with having not. Listen, you get more years on your running career when you don't have the box stack. You got the box stack, you taking years off your career. Because 8 motherfuckers is in the box. You got to juke this nigga left, juke this nigga right, this nigga hitting your ankle, this nigga hitting your head. They teeing off on you. You just taking a beating because they know the run is coming with a bad quarterback. That's the abuse of running back tape. So we put a rookie. I think he was like even rookie of the year. But we put a rookie and he excelled. And Derek Carr could not do nothing off of that. And we still kept selling to our fans. Listen, I don't know how you would look at it. I guess the Raiders look at it as a win from a business standpoint that they in Las Vegas, because they making more money in Vegas than they probably was making in Oakland. But the argument could be made that Derek Carr is the reason that they're not in Oakland. And I ain't saying because he played good. He played so fucking awful. The fans refused to show up and support that shit. And so the Raiders use that as an excuse to move to Las Vegas. They like, hey, we ain't getting no fan support. Even though the Oakland Athletics was moving at the same time. Even though I think if Oakland got a hockey team, the whole city of Oakland went to Las Vegas. I'm surprised that shit doesn't get investigated. Why they out here doing like big investigations and some shit like that? Like, why doesn't that get investigated? That the whole fucking franchise moved to one city, like a package deal, like that shit been in the back works or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so you can make the argument Derek Carr horrible quarterback play is why Oakland is in Las Vegas right now. You feel me? And they kept selling the fans for years, talking about, oh, this is this. And then his brother, who should be hiding under a rock for his horrible career, he used to be like, oh, my brother gonna get it. And I'm like, man, nigga, please. Derek Carr had a raw ass thing. I gotta find this rock and roll song tonight. It was a beautiful song I used to love. But somebody put a Derek Carr highlight tape together with a mean ass song, and it looked raw. This when he played for Fresno State. Boy, Derek Carr, mind you though, he got Devontae Adams, so niggas not even really noticing that he got Devontae Adams and making him look good. So I thought he was gonna be a decent quarterback. It took me less than a season. They'd be like, oh no, he ain't the guy. And we just kept that motherfucker, just kept giving him contracts, giving him our running back money. That's why I brought up the Derrick Henry part. We gave him our running back money. Now our running back is not there. Derek Carr, sorry ass, is over there ruining it for the Saints, which I, once again, like how the hell Tannehill got picked up after what he showed you. This is what I will say. You gotta understand, like any major sports contract is life changing for the right person. If you're a person that's going into the a professional sport with the intentions of making millions and millions of dollars, then you probably, and I'm talking about if you're a person that's groomed and you like, oh bitch, I'm gonna get me a bust down rolling, I'm gonna get me the mansion, this, I'm gonna be making me. If you got that kind of mindset, you probably gonna go broke because you're not looking at that your chances of making that big money. Well, first of all, you're gonna make big money. But you already have spent the money in your head. That's the problem, bitch. You already talking about the millions that you're gonna spend before you've even made the millions. So you might just end up making 2 million, but in your mind you planned on being this fucking great player that was gonna make 10 million, but you didn't. So when you spend the 2 million to a nigga that make 30,000, 20,000, $40,000 a year, we gonna be looking at you like an idiot because we gonna be saying, well, I wouldn't have spent no million and went broke. I wouldn't have spent no 2 million and went broke. But what we not looking at is these people who be doing that shit, they be anticipating that I'm gonna spend 40 million, but I'm gonna make 100 million. You feel me? And then fuck around, they done spent 40 million and bitch, they made 30 million or 35 million. Or maybe they made 45 million, but that don't mean they got 5 million left, cause bitch, they got outstanding shit that's et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I think of that shit. So, man, hey, check in, man. Everybody fucking with me, man. I don't know. In the beginning, when I be tuning in, it be like real motherfuckers commenting and shit. And then when I be in for a while and I see people come in, I just be confused about what's popping. Matter of fact, let me not take this shit personal. So when y'all leave, it's all love, man. I appreciate y'all even stopping to see what the fuck I holler about anyway. You feel me? So, but yeah. Yeah, you see the 49ers just beat the Cowboys. I was telling the Cowboys fan that it ain't gonna never get better for them, you feel me? It ain't gonna get better for a lot of you sports fans with different teams. That team is popular and making their money because this shit is a business. Bitch, the winning part is just a byproduct. But if the business is how much money can we make this year? That's what it's all about, right? How much our office gonna make this year, how much our players gonna make this year, and then after that, if we get some W's, man, you speak Spanish. Of course. Why not? Why don't you speak Spanish? Si hablo español. Papo, what's up? ¿Cómo estás? Talk to me. Well, fuck it. Anyway, you should speak Spanish and shit. You might be speaking Spanish in 10 years. Bitch, don't you watch politics and don't you see what's going on in the country? You better learn Spanish, motherfucker. And by the way, learn some damn Chinese too. You feel me? Shit, or Mandarin, learn that. You did. I am God. Thank you. Oh, I like your state of Florida. What kind of flag is that in the background? Is that a state of Florida flag? That look like the state of Florida flag. Is that? I don't know. Fill me in, man. Give me a little biography about yourself, man. What you think of me? Tell me this. Let me tell y'all what people was telling me yesterday when my live screen was popping. They was like, I'm a watermelon eater. I'm a fried chicken eater. And when I thought about the fried chicken part, I don't speak English. No English? Well, shit. You doing a good job at your translation. You feel me? But let me tell you this much then. And you know it's so funny, right? Because I'm from South Florida. So like Haitian people used to come up to me and they'd be like, on parle Creole. And I'd be like, no parle Creole. And they looking at me like, well, fuck it. You just told me you didn't speak Creole and French or Creole. So how the hell you don't speak Creole? And I'm like, yeah, I know how to tell you I don't speak Creole. That don't mean the fucking I know Creole. And so I say that to say, when you say I don't speak English and you wrote that, I'm looking like, how you don't speak? But then I had to think about, you probably don't had to tell enough people in times that you don't do it, so you can say that fluently. So I apologize that you don't know what I'm saying. And I just probably look like this cool dude with my hair and all that or whatever, you feel me? And so That's that. Hey, let me tell y'all this story too, though, real quick. What you think about, like, matter of fact, I ain't gonna even go there. I don't even remember what I was telling. I am from Europe. What part of Europe? I'm gonna tell you the first European I ever met in my whole life, where they was from. The first European I ever met in my whole life was from Albania. You feel me? Spain. Okay, that's good. That's I mean you speak what's known as proper Spanish. What part of Spain you from? What part of Spain? Barcelona? I know you're gonna say Barcelona. I'm just waiting for it to come through. I guarantee you say Barcelona. Surprise me. Come on. Give me something other than Barcelona. Okay. How you pronounce that? Galicia? I've never heard of that before. Galicia? Am I pronouncing it correct? Galicia? And also I would say this much. Yeah, man. Listen, I seen it's correct. Okay, yeah, you know. Listen, I'm always trying to perfect my Spanish. You know, it's too deep to explain, but I don't want to put all my business out there like that. But yeah, and much love though, much love. You feel me? And so, but yeah, shit. Like, who your favorite soccer team is? Hey, who won the last Spanish Cup? I'm gonna really test you out. Who won the last Spanish Cup? I need that quick. I need that quick. I don't want you looking up now. I need that quick. Who won the last? Rapido, Rapido. Who won the last Spanish Cup? uh, Caprende? Oh, yeah, I lost my little friend. Anyway, check it out though. Damn, what I was finna say. Oh yeah, my favorite team, Valencia. I fought with Valencia, and yeah, man, with these sports team, man, the bottom line is the money, dog. So my Gators, dog, I get mad with my Florida Gators because I used to call myself the biggest Florida Gator fan, and then I realized them bitches don't give a fuck if I get mad about them losing and shit. They don't give a fuck if all the fans give a fuck about them losing. They give a fuck about did they make money this year. I remember I heard the coach of Connecticut female basketball or men's basketball. He said, "Man, I bring in $15 million a year for this school." He ain't tell you how many wins or losses or what championships he made at Calhoun. He just told you how much money, because he knows that the bottom line is always the money. How much money is we making? And the Florida Gators gonna make money no matter how sorry the football team is. They don't give a damn about no Alabama winning all these championships, because what people don't know is Florida Gators make more revenue than Alabama since Alabama been raw. For the last 30 years, Florida Gators have made more money as an institution, as a company, as a school than Alabama. So they win in that department. They don't care about us fans caring about the football team winning and losing and shit. We get so hyped up in that shit because we supposed to be interested in it. But if you look at the business, I don't give a fuck about that. And the same thing with the sports. People think Jerry Jones pissed about losing. Man, Jerry Jones didn't become a billionaire tycoon just because he's so stuck into football. Jerry Jones give a fuck about that bottom line. So while bitches is laughing at the Cowboys and Jerry Jones is laughing to the bank. His sons is laughing to the bank because the fucking Cowboys, he done took a $30 million investment. I think he paid sort of like the Yankees owner bought the Yankees for $20 million in the 70s. $20 million and flipped that bitch to a multi-billion-dollar company. Jerry Jones done took this motherfucking load Cowboys to a whole multi-billion-dollar company. I remember the way it used to be set up. The top three NFL teams that was worth the most money was the Cowboys, the Redskins, and believe it or not, I want to say the Buffalo Bills, which will surprise you. Some shit like that. And so Giants or Buffalo Bills, one of the two. So those was always the three teams. And then after 9/11, the Patriots became up in the top three. Yeah, y'all don't like this shit. It's the truth. It's just look this shit up. Patriots came in at later on in time. Not to say the Patriots was ever far back, because that's surprising too. You would have thought like they was like at the back back end of what they was worth. Nah, Patriots was worth some money, but they weren't near what the fuck they worth now. They jumped up like 20 spaces. I mean, maybe 50. And so I say that to say, know the bottom line. The bottom line is what you're making if your fan base interested. You know the Raiders was losing in Oakland. I'm talking about not just losing fucking games, they was losing money. And when I say losing money, they was making money, but by their definition, making 10 million profit, $20 million profit ain't enough. So fucking it's like they losing. So there's like we gotta go somewhere where we can win financially. The wins and the W's and the L's, that's for the players to take the heart and the players but at the end of the day, even the players have a hard time fully taking in the heart when you cashing $1 million check. Or back to the folks I was gonna say, them folks who getting into professional sports or whatever got dreams, ambitions for that. I always know first that there's anything can happen. Look at Willis McGahee. He fucking whole leg went back. It's a miracle he even made it to the NFL. And it's a beautiful business thing that he had an insurance policy. So when Willis McGahee got hurt in the Ohio State game, he still was gonna get $1 million just off his insurance. This before NIL, so that was super smart. Before even the NIL, he had a something in place because when I look at a Zeke who played for the Cowboys, Zeke gave all his good years to Ohio State. I don't care what nobody said. He had that his last good year of football was his first year in the NFL. That nigga been ready for the NFL, sort of like Maurice Claret was been ready for the NFL, had to fight in the courts to try to get in that position. You feel me? So, but he was just woe the fuck out. Like some of these schools and the style of play that the people and the team wanting to win, these niggas be wore out before they can get there. You feel me? Now Alabama don't really wear out they running backs because they got so many niggas that can run the rock. Bitch, them niggas gotta fight for time. But other schools where you just got one primary good running back and shit, sort of like I remember my Gators, we had a nigga named damn what little brother name was. He went to the Dolphins, man. Help me out, somebody who know about sports, man. The Florida Gators had a running back. He went to the Dolphins. He was a 1,000-yard rusher for the same coach that traded Jay Ajayi. So Jay Ajayi got traded to the Eagles, and just before him, it was damn, his name was almost on the tip of my tongue. I'm thinking of so many names I can't populate it off my hand. But anyway, we had a running back ran for 1,000 yards. Either he ran it for us too, and I know he ran it for the Dolphins though. He played for the Dolphins for like 1 year. But we ran the shit out of him when he played for. We ran that nigga legs out the fucking frame, dog. Like sort of like my concern is buddy who played running back for the Gators right not the Gators, buddy who played running back for the Georgia Bulldogs who came from Florida. What's his name, little brother? I can't think of his name. I can't think of none of them boys' name right now. But whoever little brother played for Georgia Bulldogs as they running back used to play for the Gators. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you something real quick. I love Georgia, all they news stations. Their news station is the most inclusive news stations you ever seen. You can see, I remember the very first time what made me want to move to Georgia. Well, I didn't see this news station. I found out about this news station when I got up here. But the first one I had, and I seen the other one, the people were so sweet. They had a heavy, matter of fact, it might have been this news station. But it was a heavy set girl. And she looked like she from the hood. I said, oh, bless her fucking heart. I said, they got like a hood little chick, like she's heavy, and I'm not disrespecting her. Beautiful woman, bless her heart. But she's just like a heavy set, like little chick, her hair wasn't really fully done and shit like that. And I said, damn, she on the news? Cause our news station in South Florida, you gotta like damn to be a supermodel to get on it or get on the casting couch to get on it. So I said, damn, this is a news station that allows you to feel like you can relate to the news stories because you see like somebody look like your cousin on the news who giving you the news. Then like look at bro right now. If I was to show you the nigga I'm looking at, he got plaques. Bro got like 8 plaques in his hair right. I ain't gonna show it because I'll probably get copyright. Jit got plaques, bro, reporting the news, bro. Like that's so dope, dog. Like they got a lady that speak with a list, and my daughter speaks with a list, and also my daughter, like her pronunciation of certain words, she miss up the I guess the sound of the words. I forgot how the speech pathologist explained it to me, but I forgot. I don't want to try to break it down. I've been drinking. But the bottom line is the lady speak like how my daughter speak. And I said, even if my daughter don't grow out of that, look at the hope and the inspiration it gives me to know that this lady got a job talking to a lot of people, public speaking, and excelling in that, dog. It was the most beautiful fucking thing ever, dog. Just ever. Now, I normally usually watch the other news station. I don't know. I kind of was into this station, but